Right, here we are after today's cup win away to Ilchester Junior Colts. The game finished Bristol United 3, Ilchester 1 into the third round. We're joined by manager John Gilbertson and today's man of the match, Tom Blee. Let's start off a bit differently today. Tom, into the next round, give us your thoughts on the game.
Well, to be fair, we controlled the whole game, I would say, compared to previous weeks when at the start of the season we've been panicking. Lately we've been picking up our form and just really implementing the football, and I think you see that today throughout the whole game. And yeah, just a much better performance, moving for each other, speaking a lot more. I heard a lot more of our team speaking today, and I think, to be fair, that's probably the key factors in getting the win today.
Right, back to you then, John. You know, a long trip down here today. Delayed kick-off as well. Obviously, as you can see in the background, we're down at Yeovil Town on the 3G. The game had to be moved because their pitch was unplayable. So, you know, sometimes when there's a later kick-off in a drive, it can affect teams' preparations and things. And but how do you think we dealt with that today?
I don't think it really sort of made a difference to the lads today in terms of what I noticed right before the kick-off, whether it was being a cup game, I don't know, but there seemed a different sort of air about us today. The lads was really up for this, fired up, switched on. Our warm-up is probably the best warm-up we've had, because sometimes you can have a bit of it in this in a warm-up, but they looked incredibly sharp today, the lads, and you just knew, I knew they was going to be up for it. The only question mark was how good the quality of the opposition, but I think in all fairness to them, they started right the first 5 minutes, but 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes in, then we started to sort of control the game, and I think from sort of 10, 15 minutes in, we really controlled the game. They had a good sort of 20, 25 minutes in the second half, but we're comfortable. That's conceding possession and being comfortable in your shape. But I thought that our lads were superb, and one of our best performances today. Football, passing, moving, aggression, and quality. And Tom with a hat-trick today was rounded off with a man of the match performance. But yeah, I thought today was superb to a man.
So yeah, obviously watching on the side today, we talk a lot about us having a young team, younger players, but for me personally on the side, I thought we really stepped up today, real mature performance, and just give us your thoughts on how the team's developing as this season's going on and the type of performance you expect and what we did today.
Well, the performance we've got today is what I expect from our side, because I said right from pre-season, I know what we're capable of, I know the players well, and I know what we're capable of a team. And today is the kind of performance which I know is more than we're more than capable of producing week in and week out. And you're right, that's the maturity to sort of top sides and top teams and top players produces it week in and week out, not once or twice every month. But the maturity of the game management from the players today again was first class, right from the 30th minute when we were sort of 1-0 up in terms of when to ball, when to press, when to sort of move it around at the back, when to go long. Everybody was just extremely focused today, and it showed in our performance.
Back to you then, Tom, obviously playing up front now for this season. Hat-trick today, as John mentioned. Again, watching you on the side, 3 brilliant finishes. But obviously what I noticed as well was more your work off the ball and the partnerships that you're building. How do you feel that you're developing as a striker, and sort of is there any area you feel you need to work on?
I mean, well, obviously you're never going to be perfect, but it's just getting more game time, getting more experience up front. You know, having a bit of previous experience, but the first 2 proper seasons of playing fully up front, and a bit of a rocky start, but we're getting into it a bit more. Starting to pick up a nice few goals now, and hopefully we can carry it on.
Back to you then, John. Obviously we speak sometimes after games about tactical switches you might make in the game and how you adapt things, but you know, with the manner of the performance today, does that make it easier for you as a manager on the side when you're watching that type of performance on the lads?
Oh yeah, it definitely do, and it's more pleasing on the eye to watch, but sometimes even at 4-0 in a game, you know, you're not always comfortable watching it, because you're not playing that well, or you're playing just well enough, and sometimes it can change. And we've been involved in games 2 or 3 or 4-0 up, and suddenly you're sort of clinging on for a victory at the end of it. But today, and they did throw some stuff at us for the sort of 20 minutes or so, but we just look so comfortable in possession and sort of in our formation and in our positioning, and it makes it a lot easier to watch. But as a manager, I mean, we're 3-0 up with 10 minutes to go, and I'm still nervous because football can change instantly, even though we're playing well. So I'm never relaxed as such, but it is as good as it'll get, that performance today, in terms of chilling and watching on the side and enjoying it.
Right. As a player then, Tom, we're into the third round of the County Cup. Looking forward to the next round. As a player, what would you like? A home tie or another nice away trip? What's your preferences?
I think, me personally, I don't mind the longer away trips. It makes you, I know it sounds stupid, but it makes you want it more. You're taking all that time to travel down. You've got to make it worth it. You can't leave anything off the pitch. You've got to leave it on there and just put everything into it. Otherwise, well, yeah, like I say, you haven't made the trip worthwhile. So I wouldn't mind another further away day, but we play just as good if we're at home.
As long as we're in the next round, innit?
Yeah, exactly that.
So for you then, John, we speak sometimes, don't we, about the magic of a cup run. So nights like tonight, coming out here, getting that victory into the next round, does it make it a little bit more special for home, a little bit more enjoyable?
It do for me, for cup, because I got a love for the cup. I said, we know, like, the bread and butter is the league, and that's that sort of definitive of how good a team is whether you do what you do in the league, whether you win the league. But I've always been attracted to cup and the cup runs. There's something magical about it, and like, we're here now on a night game under the floodlights of the Oval Town, and for me, it don't get better than this. We know we're the underdogs in this cup. That's the good thing. We're probably underdogs in every game because of the standard of opposition. So to be stood here now in the third round and with a nice performance today, for me, it doesn't get better than this. And long may it continue in the cup this season.
Wow, thank you both for your time. Congratulations, Tom, man of the match today. Nice hat trick, and we'll see you on the next one at the box.